Good morning. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
So now, who will give the presentation? Anita.
I'll give, sir.
I will give now, sir.
Okay, you can
Yes,
present.
sir, I'm ready.
Share screen ಮಾಡಿ.
ಹಾ
Screen
ಸರ್ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ಲಾ?
ನೀವೇ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಹಾ ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
You are allowed to share the screen.
ನೋ ಸರ್.
ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ?
ಹಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನು ಅಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನೀವು.
ಅಲ್ಲ, multiple participant can. Now you can see.
ಹಾ ಸರ್ now it's available.
Now you can start. Share the screen.
ಹಾ ಓಕೆ ಸರ್. Sir, is it visible now, sir?
I cannot see. You ask others. No, it's not visible on the screen.
Just a minute. Sir, ಈಗ
ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ?
ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ?
Multiple who can share there. Let me now you can see. Now you can share. Yes, check it.
Yes, sir.
It's not happening.
No, sir. Sir, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ?
Screen share ನಾನು ಅಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. One participant.
ಹಾ ಸರ್. ಹಾ
ನಿಮ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಿಮ್ದು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. So wait for a moment, okay? Just check it.
ಸರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸಾಫ್ಟ್.
Pranita, wait for a second.
ಹಾ ಓಕೆ ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
Now you try, Pranita.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ.
Sharing option. No, now you can see.
Hi, sir. Just a minute. Documents.
I think now it's okay. Okay.
Unsupported document type, please select an image or PDF.
We are allowed to present now. It's not happening.
Sir, just a minute. Sorry.
Okay. No issues. Take your own time.
Okay. ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ PDF ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು?
ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? Vanita, are you finding any difficulty? Ritu, yes, sir.
Yes,
Whether you are ready?
yes, sir.
Now you can start. You can share the screen. Okay. You can explain, Ritu. Okay, it is visible. You can start. Okay, you can start. Ritu.
Good morning, everyone. Hello.
Sir, I can hear you. You can start.
Good morning, everyone. My topic on water losses. The runoff from a watershed resulting due to the storm is dependent on losses. The losses can be detected from the rainfall. The surface runoff can be methodically represented as rainfall minus losses. There are several various types of losses, such as interception loss, evaporation loss, transmission loss, evapotranspiration loss, infiltration loss, and watershed leakage. Interception loss, the loss occurs due to the surface vegetation, which are held by plant leaves. Evapotranspiration, the losses from the water surface such as reservoirs, leakage, ponds, reverse channel, etc. The evapotranspiration loss is also occurs from a soil surface, appreciably when groundwater table is near to the soil surface. Transmission loss, the losses occurs from a plant leaves. Evapotranspiration loss, both transmission and evaporation leads to the evapotranspiration loss. Infiltration loss into the soil at the ground surface. Watershed leakage, the groundwater movement from one basin to another basin or into the sea. Interception loss, the precipitation is intercepted by a foliage such as leaves or forests or buildings surrounded by buildings return to the atmosphere by process of evaporation without reaching the ground surface is called interception loss. The amount of a precipitation intercepted by vegetal cover depends on the factors such as the density, composition of vegetation, storm characteristics, and privilege, wind at a time of storm. Interception loss is high in the beginning of a storm and gradually decreases. This loss is a order of 0.5 to 2 mm per shower. It increases in the case of lighter shower when the rainfall is continuous. The below curve is shows the interception loss. Evapotranspiration loss, evaporation from a free water surface and soil or grade or of a greater importance in a hydrological cycle. It also defines as the process of water particle getting vaporized and escaping to the atmosphere from the water body is called evaporation loss. Consider a water body with a flat surface. By applying external energy, the water from a water body gets kinetic energy and then get evaporized. When the molecules near to the free surface attain the kinetic energy, they escapes from a water body and overcoming the intermolecular forces and eject themselves to the atmosphere. The amount of energy spent by a unit mass of water while passing from a liquid to vapor state at a constant temperature is called latent heat of evaporation, and it denoted by letter L. As the concentration of vapor in the intermediate surrounding of the water body increases, the vapor applies a pressure on a water body, and when this vapor pressure reaches a particular level, it prevents the escape of water particles and rejects the vapor molecules in the form of condensation at the same rate of vaporization. At the state, the surrounding region is said to be saturated. Thus, at a stage of saturation, the partial vapor pressure exerted by water vapor at the surface is called as saturation vapor pressure, which is denoted by ES. The actual vapor pressure is denoted by EA, where saturation vapor pressure is greater than the actual vapor pressure. The condensation process occurs. When ES is less than EA, the When ES is equal to ES, then both evaporation and condensation takes place. From the above explanation, the vapor pressure occurs. It is necessary to have supply of water, the source of heat, the vapor pressure deficient or saturation deficient. Transmission loss. The transmission is the process of losses of water from the plant leaves to the atmosphere. The transmission ratio is the ratio of weight of water absorbed through the conveyed and transfer from the plant during the growing season to the weight of dry matter produced exclusive of roots. The difference between evaporation and transmission are it is a physiological process and occurs in plants, and it is a physical process and occurs in a surface of the ground surface. Living cells are involved in a process of transmission. Both living and non-living cells are involved in the process of evaporation. The water moves through the epidermis. Only liquid can evaporate. The various processes like vapor pressure or osmotic pressure diffusion are involved. Not much process are involved. It depends upon the absorption of water from the soil. It continues as long as the water is available on the surface. The formation of vapor continues for sometimes even after the saturation of air. Evaporation stops when the air is fully saturated. Evapotranspiration includes both transmission and evaporation. Evaporation represents the most important aspect of water loss in the hydrological cycle. The pure evaporation occurs only in the areas of Earth's surface where no vegetation present. For example, ice, snow-covered fields, bare rock slopes, and some desert areas, and water surface, etc. In an area covered with vegetation, it is a difficulty to separate, evaluate evaporation and transpiration. Hence, the more convenient to estimate evapotranspiration directly. Infiltration loss. The process of water entering the soil at the ground surface after overcoming the resistance to the flow is called infiltration. The infiltration fills the wires in the soil. The infiltration loss mainly depends on the wires present in the soil. The infiltrated water first meets the soil moisture deficiency in any and excess of water, moves vertically downward and reach the groundwater table. This vertical movement is called percolation. The percolation takes place till the water reaches the groundwater table. For continuous infiltration to occur, it is essential that percolation should also be continuous, which is also dependent on the groundwater movement. Further, infiltration is a primary step in a natural groundwater recharge. Infiltration rate is actually privileged rate at which the water is entering the given soil at any given instant of time. It expresses in a centimeter per hour. Infiltration capacity, the maximum rate at which the soil in a given condition is capable of absorbing water. It expresses in centimeter per hour. Hello.
Ritu. So Ritu, okay. Thank you for presenting. But one suggestion I need to give. You know the subject, but you are a little bit fast in your presentation. So take some pauses. No need to continuously go through the material. So in between you can take some pause. Pause means 1 or 2 seconds you can hold on and take sufficient time. Don't be in a hurry to present the things. So one by one, you can take pauses and you can present the thing, then it will be very effective. And also, anyway, you just try at home. You take some material, whichever the material, and you try to present it and try to record it. Then you will feel any improvements can be done on your presentation, because in final year you have to present, give seminar on your internship and also the technical seminar and also the project work. You will have 3 phases. So even when you go outside also after completion of your engineering, most of the time what will happen, the communication plays a very important. So whatever the knowledge that you have, so that is one thing, that is very good if you have sufficient knowledge, but how you present the knowledge, correct? So in that case, you need to improve your communication skills. So it comes by practice, nothing to worry. So you try to practice at home whenever you are free. Take some newspaper, news material, or any other material other than academics. You try to go through it and try to record your voice. Okay, then you can see the mistakes where exactly your mistakes are there. So you can work on those mistakes. So only thing is, once you get the confidence to present the things. Anyway, I congratulate you for having accepted the assignment. Correct, that participation is most important. Most of the students, when I call their name, they will not respond. I don't know why. Because you have to come forward, because it is your life. So if you have some, you might be having sufficient knowledge about the subject, but if you can't present it properly, then it doesn't become useful. So anyway, Ritu, try upon that aspect which I have highlighted. So don't be fast in your presentation. Take sufficient breaks, and you can explain points, bullet points. You don't need to read the entire manuscript, whatever the manuscript you have. So like that you have to improve. So it will not happen at single go. Correct? You have to keep repeating, practicing. So once you get that rhythm, then any presentation you can go through easily without any difficulty. So that is my suggestion. Anyway, Ritu, thank you very much for having given the presentation. So Pranita, now you can start.
Yes, sir. Hi, sir. ಸರ್ ನಿತ್ಯ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ ಅಂತೆ ನಂಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ.
Okay, you can present it tomorrow or on Saturday, Friday. Okay, you better material, no? So I will check PDF ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ನನಗೆ.
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಅದು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ನಿತ್ಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ?
ಅದೇ ಶುಕ್ರವಾರ try to share that only. You also try, okay?
Okay, sir.
If it happens, okay. Otherwise, let us see what we can do best. So, any others are ready with the presentation?
Sir, I'll do, sir. Anusha Yan.
May I know your name? Anusha. Okay.
Anusha. Yes.
You can start now.
Sir, is my screen visible?
It's visible. You can start, Anusha.
Good morning, all. Today we'll once again go through the topic of rain gauge. Rainfall is the source of all water used for irrigation purpose, and therefore a knowledge of its amount, character, and the effect produced by it is the prime motive of designing a rain gauge. The amount of precipitation expressed as the depth in centimeter or inches which falls on a level surface and is measured by rain gauge. Rain gauge measures the depth and intensity of rainfall. There are two types of rain gauge, It's recording and non-recording type of rain gauge. Non-recording type of rain gauge is also known as non-automatic rain gauge. One of the non-recording type of rain gauge is Simon's rain gauge, which is most commonly used in our country. Simon's rain gauge. Here we can see the figure of the Simon's rain gauge. It consists of a funnel with a circular rim of 12.5 centimeter diameter and a glass bottle as a receiver. The cylindrical metal casing is fixed vertically to the masonry foundation, with the top level of the rim is 30 centimeter above the ground level. The rain falling into the funnel is collected in the receiver and is measured in a special measuring glass jar graduated in millimeters. The rainfall is measured every day at 8:30 a.m. according to the standard times. During heavy rains, it may be measured twice in a day, that is morning at 8:30 a.m. and evening 5:30 p.m. Thus, the non-recording rain gauge gives only the total depth of rainfall for the previous 24 hours and does not give the intensity and duration of rainfall during different time intervals of the day. It is often desirable to protect the rain gauge from being damaged by animals, that is cattle. For this purpose, barbed wire fencing may be around the rain gauge. Some of the points should be kept in mind for selecting the site for rain gauge station. Those are: site should be an open place. The distance between the rain gauge and the nearest object should be at least twice the height of the object. In the hills, where it is difficult to find the level space, the site for the gauge should be chosen where it is best shielded from high wind and where wind does not cause eddies. This is about the Simon's rain gauge. Next, optimum number of rain gauge.
ಸರ್ ಒಂಚೂರು ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Standards. The optimum number of rain gauges is given by the equation. The optimum number of rain given equation n equals CV by P whole square, where n is the optimum number of rain gauges, CV is the coefficient of variation of the rainfall with the existing rain gauge network, P is the desired degree of percentage error in the existing network of rain gauges. In the above equation, both CV and P are expressed as percentage. CV can be found with the statistical parameters, that is X bar is arithmetic mean and sigma is deviation, where CV is given by the sigma by X bar, where sigma is by summation of X minus X bar whole square by minus 1 root. And is number gauges of X with summation of the existing rain gauge network and a existing number of rain gauges. Thank you.
Okay. Anusha.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. You gave a very nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
You had the clarity and also the pronunciation of some of the words like actual, we are normally pronounce the rain gauges. Actually, your pronunciation is good. Gauge. Right pronunciation.
Okay.
And totally your presentation was very wonderful and pleasing. And
Thank you, sir.
there is one thing compliment from my side. You continue to try to continue better presentation, then you can take up higher studies and you are more suited for teaching profession, Anusha. Your voice modulation and your presentation techniques are very nice. So try this if you are interested.
Thank you, sir.
Teaching
Okay.
and pursue
Okay, sir.
postgraduate studies and also the acquire higher degrees and you are most fit for the teaching profession. I think so. Okay. Anyway,
Okay, sir.
so thanks for accepting the assignment and presenting it well. So anyway, Pranitha Shetty,
Thank you, sir.
you can present it on Friday. So I'll be ending the class. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Goodbye.